All right, what is going on, my dudes? So Iceman is getting a little bit of a value buff, and that should be live in game, I believe Monday or Tuesday of next week with the new patch. Now, I initially did say I was going to wait to see if I really love the buff before I take my Iceman to rank 4, but I was hunting him for so long, I got a little excited during spring cleaning when I saw the 3 to 4 gems, and I popped him right up to rank 4. And the buff is live a little bit early on the CCP beta, so why don't we take this guy out for a spin, and I'll show you how he performs in the shorter fights, in the longer fights, with and without synergies, with and without the suicide masteries for this man. Now, before we do that, let's break down the buff a little bit. It is just a value buff. Now, I'm sure you are aware of Iceman's kit if you've been playing MCOC for any amount of time, okay? But we're not going to break down the entire thing, just what has changed, okay? So, there's a new thing in the SIG ability here that currently is bugged visually here. It says, while the opponent has a cold snap debuff, the chance to apply frostbite on critical hits is increased by, it says 0.3% flat, that's 30% flat at SIG 200. And of course, if you're awakened, you start with a cold snap debuff for 12 seconds, okay? Also, that middle line right there, ice armor reforms, that should be 3 seconds faster, okay? It's just bugged visually as far as I know. The important new thing here is on the top, okay? Up to a 30% chance at SIG 200 to apply a frostbite on a critical hit. Now, why is that important? Because this has bumped up as well. 70% chance flat to place a frostbite charge on the opponent when you crit, whether you have a cold snap debuff or not. What that means is when there's a cold snap on the opponent, you have a 100% chance to place a frostbite charge on the opponent when you crit. Now, the biggest issue with Iceman in the past was that I believe this was cut in half to 35%, and there was no additional flat 30 on top. So it was always just a 35% chance to place a frostbite when you crit. So the biggest issue with Iceman in the past is that his frostbites were just hard to stack up, and that's where most of his damage comes from. Once you place the frostbites, you can explode them with a heavy attack, and they make them all explode, and it's a lot of fun. However, the Professor X synergy has been moved into the base kit here. Iceman consumes his ice armor to gain plus 5,000 attack rating for the whole duration of this attack. Now, that means that any of the frostbites that expire during the special 2 animation, they're going to have increased damage by the 5,000 attack rating. And after that, they're all going to explode. Check out the bottom here. If ice armor is removed due to Iceman's abilities, all frostbite effects expire instantly. So, yeah, that creates, you can kind of like chase that special 2 thing. You can kind of like rush to special 2 at the start of the fight, or you can go like special 1, special 2. Kind of depends on the defender you're up against, kind of depends on the nodes. But basically, at the end of the day, he's going to be putting a lot more frostbites on the opponent. That's where his main source of damage comes from. So overall, it's just a nice little damage bump. It's not the craziest buff in the world, but it's going to make him much more useful on offense when you want to use him. He's still going to be a pain in the ass on defense even before buff. So I've been taking my rank 4 into battlegrounds and just messing people up on defense. It's been a lot of fun, actually. Haven't even tried to use him on offense because he's just kind of unusable at the current state. But after this, with that 100% chance to place a frostbite with the cold snap, I think he's actually going to be kind of useful. Now, along with the buff as well, he becomes the first ever champion immune to frostbite effects, and he's also immune to cold snap. Wait, sorry, the first ever champion immune to Nova Flame effects, and he's also immune to frostbite. So that means Human Torch can no longer take this guy. Now, there are only so many cold snap immune champions in the game, and that's what makes Iceman so annoying on defense and battlegrounds and stuff, right? Because you really want to counter, otherwise you're just losing like 30% of your health if they're max sig, and you really want this guy at max sig for him to be a really good defender. So, yeah, man, that is the changes to Iceman right there. Let's go ahead and start jumping into some gameplay today. We'll go up to our little Deadpool buddy here. All right, we're not running suicides here. This is a rank 4 Iceman, and I'm going to show you what he can do, okay? So as you can see, when we crit, we're stacking on those frostbite passives, okay? The cold snap is like almost gone. I'm going to get rid of those things right there with the heavy attack, because why the heck not? Explode them all at the same time, it's a lot more satisfying. For like battlegrounds type matchups, I like to build right under special 2, go for the special 1. As you can see, we got 9 frostbites up right now. I'm trying to make it to special 2 now so I can explode explode those puppies, right, and get the increased 5,000 attack rating. And here we go. Boom, dead. Yeah. So that was about 37 seconds against the 160,000 health Deadpool, which is really not too bad. So if you have the class advantage, you're going to have an additional like 40% attack on top of that, right? So yeah, at the end of the day, I still feel like Iceman's going to be a primary defender for Battlegrounds type stuff, especially if there's no counter on their draft. But if you got your back up against the wall, right, and there's a skill champion in front of you, I think Iceman could actually be pretty decent, assuming you get some decent crits, assuming that the defender cooperates and throws their special attacks. I think it could be pretty darn decent, man. So that was, yeah, no suicides, no synergies, just Deadpool on his own, right? Going special 1, special 2. Here, these are 2 synergies that are quite fun for him. The Professor X synergy used to be really good. It's now in his base kit. The new Professor X synergy is pretty specific, but it's okay. It's basically if his champion shrugs his Cold Snap debuff from special 1, you're going to gain 3 Frostbite passives on them instead, which is nice. Probably would have gotten more Frostbites from the Cold Snap being on there with his Sig ability. But I mean, like, you know, at the end of the day, it's just a new synergy, basically, which is better than nothing. The Scorpion synergy was toned down a little bit. The Scorpion synergy used to make him crit a lot, but he still had that 35% chance to place a Frostbite. So now, I think it's like a flat 1,000 something extra crit rating while you have a Cold Snap debuff on the opponent. So not only do you have a 100% chance to place the Frostbites with Scorpion, you're also going to be critting more while the Cold Snap is up. And I really like the Arcus synergy a lot. It increases the duration of his Frostbite passives by 4 seconds. So we're going to go ahead and take these champions in here against Winter Soldier, and we have the suicides on now, a higher health pool against this really awful, terrible AI on Winter Soldier. And we're gonna just try to stack up these Frostbites as much as we possibly can, okay? And yeah, as you can see, we got the passive precision from the Cold Snap on. It's gone now, right? And the things are exploding. They're doing like 5,800 damage as we go along. Really not too bad. Again, you want to really go for that special 2 so you can get even more damage. But yeah, as you can see, they're lasting longer with Arcus here. We're critting more often with Scorpion here. We got 12 Frostbites on. Watch this. 13. Check it out. 14. That's spicy, baby. That is a solid, like, 265k special, too. That's solid, man. I like it. I like it. Yeah, so from here on out, Winter Soldier started to do Winter Soldier things. Check it out. This fight has been going on for 45 seconds. He has 17% health left, and there's 51 seconds left in this video. That's how annoying Winter Soldier is being at the end of this. I'm not even going to show it because he's such an asswad. Anyway, let's watch that again, man. Of course, shout out to the Arcus synergy here for it. Now, here, so if they were to expire like right here, you get the increased damage. None of them did. But yeah, we had 14, man. Crazy. They all exploded 14. That is nuts. So he also has a pretty cool synergy with Kate Bishop. Basically, whenever you prevent an evade with your Cold Snap, you're going to put a Frostbite passive on. So here I just went to a Mixed Master lane. I'm sure there are other ways to do it as well. But here, just look, we're just stacking on those Frostbites, man. Now, I don't know if it happens when they're stunned, the Mixed Master thing. It looks like it is stopping it while they're stunned. So if I can go back in time and do this again, I would have just parried them and just went crazy and went up to special 2. But as you can see, I don't know, is it? I don't even know, but regardless, we're stacking on a lot of Frostbite passives here, which is a lot of fun. Counter that with that heavy attack, a nice 60k burst. 60k burst there on the heavy attack from the Frostbites, and we're going for the special 1, stopping the evade. 7, again, 60k, so pretty darn solid, man. Like, he's really solid against the evaders with the Kate Bishop synergy, and she's coming to the featured pool relatively soon, so if you get her and you like Iceman, you can pair them up together and take some evaders, man. But yeah, Iceman, like one of those like OG like solid evasion counters because of that Cold Snap, man. But yeah, look, we're just so I crit right on the Mixed Master. Oh, annoying. But watch this. Okay, that's actually fun. So when his Frost Ice armor expires for any reason, his Frostbites, they all shatter now. So watch, we're gonna do damage to Heimdall when he hits us with a heavy attack here, because I went right into it like a doofus. 31k explosion. Nice. Why not? You know? But yeah, at this point I was like, all right, I'm going to try my best to like just stack on some more of these things while I got the cold snap debuff up, but he's just not playing into me. It was really annoying. It was really annoying. But actually, one thing about the ice armor, if you don't know, it caps all damage that you take by up to 5%. So look, we're at 84% health, 79% health. That works against special 3s, by the way, so you can just completely tank special 3s, and then it takes like 9 seconds, I think, for it to come back when you're awakened. I think it's 12 seconds naturally, and look, it's already back. It's already back, man. So he was like really solid at, this is going to be like for people who like been playing for a while. Nice big explosion. People who have been playing for a while, do you remember in variant 1 in the first quest there was that Hyperion? And it was the skill and mutant chapter. So you didn't have mystics for the Hyperion. People used Iceman and tanked his special 3s with the ice armor, and they used Gwenpool and awakened Gwenpool to cheese the Hyperion. So yeah, man, who knows? Maybe in the future there'll be some stuff where people are going to be tanking some special 3s with Iceman. But yeah, as you can see, guys, the Frostbite, or the ice armor, it just caps anything 5%, and then it shatters. And then it takes 15 seconds to reform, but it goes to 12 seconds with the Sig ability. And yeah, also the special 3 instantly reforms the ice armor and places an 18-second cold snap on the opponent, allowing you to do crits and stuff. So you could eat a special 3, use your special 3, and then you have the ice armor again, eat another special 3, have your special 3. Kind of like what Hercules does, except not indestructible. Here it's just 5% damage. I don't know. Who knows? It could be fun for something in the future, some Eternity of Pain boss style thing. Who knows? But yeah, Iceman, dude, a little value buff. It definitely makes him a lot better on offense. He's still the same on defense. Not going to be much harder to fight on defense, which is good. He already doesn't have too many counters, but he's definitely serviceable on offense. No, I'm pretty happy to have him at rank 4. If you're not going to want to take him to Sig 200, if you don't really play Battlegrounds, I wouldn't recommend taking him to rank 4, but he's a lot better than he was. That's pretty cool. All right, that's it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, drop your boy a big old like. Let me know what you think about the Iceman buff in the comment section below. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any future videos just like this coming to you in the future, and I'll be seeing you around, man.